Hi, welcome to Reading the Bible with Nikki. This show is not very family friendly, so if you find you get easily offended and highly butt sore, that is your own fault and you should probably fuck off. So, take your pills, pack a bowl, grab your smokes, get comfy. Make sure you have some coffee, beverage of your choice. Preferably coffee because that's important. And then let's smoke it, drink it, and read it. Yeah? Okay. We should be finishing Job today. We're finishing another book. Oh my God. We're so close to being done. Man. Yes. We are so close to being done. Super fantastic. And also, I'm really super late. Well, really super late. But it's because, what's up? That's spaz. It's because I was jamming out to music and forgot what I was doing. Yeah, it was like a whole thing. I forgot. And, but we're here now. And we are going to be finishing Job, and it's going to be so awesome. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. So we're on Job 38. And this starts the response of God, okay? Then it says, "The Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, 'Who is this that darkens counsel by words without knowledge? Now gird up your loins like a man. Put your fucking diaper on. And I will ask you, and you instruct me.'" Ha ha, get 'em. "Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who set its measurements, since you know? Or who stretched the line on it? On what were its bases sunk? Or who laid its cornerstone?" The key cornerstone. Okay. "When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy." Now, the sons of God, I think those are the angels, and the hosts of heaven are the other gods. "Or who enclosed the sea with doors? When bursting forth it went from the womb. When I made a cloud its garment, and its thick darkness its swaddling band. And I placed boundaries on it, and I set a bolt and doors. And I said, 'Thus far you shall come, but no farther. And here shall your proud waves stop.'" Have you ever in your life commanded the morning and caused the dawn to know its place, that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, and the wicked be shaken out of it, or change like clays under the seal, and they stand forth like a garment, and from the wicked their light is withheld, and the uplifted arm is broken. Get it? I don't exactly know. I don't exactly know totally what he's saying. I think God's saying, like, who the fuck do you think you are, dude? Who? And then it says, have you entered into the springs of the sea, or have you walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been revealed to you? Or have you seen the gates of deep darkness? Have you ever... That's not what it says. It says, have you understood the expanse of the earth? Tell me if you know all this. Like, fuck you, Big Shot. What do you know? What do you know that I don't know? I'm God and I know everything. So what do you know? There. Where is the... Hold on, what did it say? Where is the way to the dwelling place of light and darkness? Where is its place? That you may take it to its territory, and you may discern, no, and you may discern the paths to its home. You know, for you were born then, and the number of your days is great, like Tony the Tiger. It's great. Hold on. Have you entered the snorehouses? Have you visited the storehouses of the snow? Or have you seen the storehouses of the hail, which I have reserved for the time of distress, for the day of war and battle? So you're gonna bust that ass with some hail in the middle of a fight? Really, big guy? Listen. Hold on. Where is the way? Where is the way that the light is divided, or the east wind scattered on the earth? Who has cleft a channel for the flood, or a way for the thunderbolt, to bring rain on the land without people, on the desert without a man, to satisfy the waste and desolate land, and to make the seeds of grass sprout? Has the rain a father, or has begotten the drops of dew? From whose womb has come the ice, and the frost of heaven? Who has given it birth? Mother Nature. Shut up, Nikki. Water becomes hard like stone. And the surface of the deep is imprisoned. Oh, it was a door. Can you bind the chains of Pleiades? I think it's Pilates. But every time I see this word, it's like Red Hot Chili Peppers, that Can't Stop song. He's like, something, something, Pleiades. I'm sorry, I know it's totally immature, but I can't help it. It's like the escape. I just always Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay. Who can bind the chains of Pleiades or loose the cords of Orion? Can you lead forth a constellation in its season and guide the bear with her satellites? See, what is it? What is it? There were no satellites. What does it do? What does it do? How? No. What's it do? No. How does that even... Oh. What is that? What is it? Oh. Do you know the ordinances of the heaven, or fix their rule over the earth? Can you lift up your voice to the clouds? Listen, wait a second. Okay, wait a second, because this is going to bother the fuck out of me. I'm going to ask Dustin, because I thought this was Roman stuff, and satellites weren't a thing. So, I don't fucking know what's going on. I'm going to take my Bible in there, and I'm going to ask Dustin. He's playing his video game right now. He's going to be so fucking mad. But this is going to drive me insane. So I'm going to find out. Okay. Dustin said Rome was a thing back then. I don't really know if Rome was a thing during Job. But maybe he was. I guess that's how we would know about these things, right? And Dustin said satellites are anything that orbits around whatever. So satellites aren't like what I was thinking. Satellites are anything that is in orbit around whatever you're looking at. And then Dustin said, so like God is asking him if he can move the stars. I was like, well, yeah, God's kind of being a dick, and it's not even Job's fault, because, this is God's fault indirectly. This indirectly God's fault, what's happening to Job. And for God to come in and talk mad shit like, who the fuck do you think you are? It's like, big guy, listen. What was the point? Like, what are you doing to him? Okay. And then God continues. Do you know the ordinances of the heavens, or fix their rule over the earth? Can you lift up your voice to the clouds, so that an abundance of water may cover you? Can you send forth the lightnings that they may go, and say to you, yo, what's up? Yo, here we are. And then it says, who has put wisdom in the innermost being, or given understanding to the mind? Who can count the clouds by wisdom, or tip the water jars in the heavens? When the dust hardens into a mass, and the clods stick together, can you hunt the prey for a lion, or satisfy the appetite of young lions when they crouch in their dens, and lie in wait in their lair? Who prepares for the raven its nourishment. When its young cry to God and wander about without food. This chapter 39, it says, Do you know the time mountains go? Do you know the time mountain goats give birth? Do you observe the calving of the deer? Can you count the months they fulfill? Do you know the time they give birth? They kneel down, they bring forth their young. They get rid of their labor pains. Their offspring become strong, and they grow up in the open field. They leave and do not return to them. Who sent out the wild donkey free? And who loosed the bonds of the swift donkey? To whom I gave the wilderness for a home, and the salt for his dwelling place. He scorns the tumult of the city, the shoutings of the driver he does not hear. He explores the mountains for his pasture, and he searches after every green thing. Will the wild ox consent to serve you? Or will he spend the night at your manger? Can you bind the wild ox in a furrow with ropes? Or will he harrow the valleys after you? Will you trust him because his strength is great, and leave your labor to him? Will you have faith in him that he will return your grain and gather it from your threshing floor? What? Okay, so all this the wild ox is supposed to do? The ostrich's wings flap joyously with the pinion and the plumage of love, for she abandons her eggs to the earth. She warms them in the dust. She forgets that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beasts may trample them. She treats her young cruelly, as if they were not hers. Though her labor be in vain, she is unconcerned, because God has made her forget wisdom. Oh my God, I'm like an ostrich. God has made her forget wisdom, and has not given her a share of understanding. When she lifts herself on high, she laughs at the horse and his rider, the horse and his rider. Do you give the horse his might? Do you clothe his neck with a mane? Do you make him leap like locusts? His majestic His majestic snoring is terrible. He paws in the valley and rejoices in his strength. He goes out to meet the weapons. He laughs at fear and is not dismayed. He does not turn back from the sword. The quiver rattles against him. The flashing spear and javelin. With shaking and rage, he races over the ground, and he does not stand still at the voice of a trumpet. Blow trumpet! As often as the trumpet sounds, he says, aha, swing music. And he scents the battle from afar, and thunder of the captains and the war cry. Is it by your understanding that the hawk soars, stretching out his wings towards the south? Is it at your command that the eagle mount up, and makes his nest on high? On the cliff he dwells and lodges, upon the rocky crag an inaccessible place. From there he spies out food. His eyes see it from afar. His young ones also suck up the blood. And where the slain are, there is he. It says hawk, not vulture, right? Okay, it's a hawk. Okay. We're going to chapter 40. Okay, chapter 40. So God continues. He's talking mad shit, and listen, it's for no reason. Listen, big guy, what was the point? What was the point? I will never understand what the point of this is. So the Lord kept going. He said, will the fault finder contend with the Almighty? Let him who reproves God answer it. Get it! Get it! Look. Job's about to be like, yo, let me tell you all about it. He's gonna tell you, big guy. I will never understand the point. Then Job answered and said, I am insignificant. It's kind of like that Creed song. He's like, I know I'm just a dot in this world if you forgot about me. Yeah. That's a Creed song. So he's like, I fucking suck, dude. What can I say? I lay my hand on my mouth. Once I have spoken, and I will not answer. Even twice, I will add no more. Then God was like, wear a diaper. And no, he says, gird up your loins like a man. Take it like a man. That's Pussifer. So, gird up your loins like a man. Put your diaper on. I will ask you, and you instruct me. Will you really annul my judgment? Oh, that's a big word, big guy. See, Job is a defense attorney. I call it, he's a defense attorney. Will you condemn me so you may be justified? Yes. Yes. Big guy, what was the point of that? What was the point? I will never understand. Because you indirectly did this, big guy. Okay. Will you condemn me that you may be justified? Or do you have an arm like God? And can you thunder with a voice like his? Man, I'd be like, bah, maybe I can. I'm just kidding. I don't have balls like that. I like to pretend I do. Motherfuckers are 10 feet tall and bulletproof. But sometimes it's like, I don't know. So, he says, adorn yourself with eminence and dignity. So can you imagine standing there in a diaper and God's like, show me some dignity. I can't imagine that. He says, clothe yourself with honor and majesty while you're standing in your diaper. Pour out the overflowings of your anger. Look on everyone who is proud and make him low. And tread down the wicked where they stand. Hide them in the dust together. Bind them in the hidden place. Then I will also confess to you that your own right hand can save you. Behold now, Behemoth, which I made as well as you. He eats the grass like an ox. Behold, his strength is in his loins, and his power in the muscles of his belly. And Behemoth, that is a pretty okay metal band. I mean, they sing a lot about Satan, you know. They have a song called Lucifer. I made it about 2 seconds into any of that band's songs. I don't last very long. But that is the name of a pretty okay metal band. I'm more of like happy metal. Like even if it's terrible, it makes you want to twerk. It's pretty good. Okay. He bends his tail like a cedar. The sinews of his thighs are knit together. His bones are tubes of bronze, and his limbs are like bars of iron. He's fucking awesome! Right? He is the first of the ways of God. Let his maker bring near his word. Surely the mountains bring him food, and all the beasts of the field play there. Under the lotus plants he lies down, in the covert of the reeds and the marsh. The lotus plants cover him with shade. The willows of the brooks surround him. If a river rages, he is not alarmed. He is confident, though the Jordan rushes to his mouth. Can anyone capture him when he is on watch? With barbs, can anyone pierce his nose? Is he talking about Jason Voorhees? He's talking about Jason. God's like, this is going to be a badass movie in the future until they get past movie 2. Past movie 2, they all suck. But Jason Voorhees right here, man. God didn't say that. He says, can you draw out the Leviathan with a fish hook, or press down his tongue with a cord? Can you put a rope in his nose, or pierce his jaw with a hook? Will he make many supplications to you? Or will he speak to you soft words? Will he make a covenant with you? Will you take him for a servant forever? Will you play with him as with a bird? What? What is that? What is it? What is it? When do you play with a bird? Or will you bind him for your maidens? Will the traders bargain over him? Will they divide him among the merchants? Oh, this is chapter 41. Can you fill his skin with harpoons, or his head with fishing spears? Lay your hand on him. Remember the battle. You will not do it again. Behold, your expectation is false. Will you be laid low, even at the sight of him? No one is so fierce that he dares to arouse him. Who then is he that can stand before me? Who has given to me that I should repay him? Whatever is under the whole heaven is mine. I spoiled much. You're like an only child, God. What is this? I will not keep silence concerning his limbs, or his mighty strength, or his orderly frame. Who can strip off his outer armor? Who can come within his double mail? Who can open the doors of his face? Around his teeth there is terror. He is strong. His strong scales are his pride, shut up as with a tight seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are so joined to one another. They clasp each other and cannot be separated. He sneezes flash. His sneezes flash forth light. His eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning torches. Sparks of fire leap forth. Get it! Out of his nostrils smoke goes forth as from a boiling pot and burning ashes. His breath kindles coals. Is he saying you have dragon breath? God's got dragon breath. and a flame goes forth from his mouth. In his neck lodges strength, and dismay leaps before him. The folds of his flesh are joined together, firm on him and immovable. What? Come here, Blue. Come here. Okay. The folds of his flesh are joined together, firm on him and immovable. Who's he talking about? His heart is as hard as a stone, even as hard as a lower millstone. When he raises himself up, the mighty fear because of the crashing. They are bewildered. The sword that reaches him cannot avail, nor the spear, the dart, or the javelin. He regards iron as straw, bronze as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned into stubble for him. Clubs are regarded as stubble. He laughs at the rattling of the javelin. His under parts are like sharp potsherds. Are you saying you got balls of steel? God's got balls of steel. He's got big balls. God's like, my dangly bits are strong as fuck. Fuck yeah. You're not kicking me in the ball sack. Fuck y'all. Sorry. He spreads out like a threshing sledge on the mire. He makes the depths boil like a pot. He makes the sea like a jar of ointment. Did you get ick from chilling in the bathtub too long? Behind him, he makes a wake to shine. Behind him, he makes a wake to shine. So, like a wake, that is like a wave, so, like, super high. One would think the deep to be gray-haired. Nothing on earth is like him. One made without fear. He looks on everything that is high. He is king over all the sons of pride. What? What does it mean? What? What is it? What is this? What is it? What does it do? What is it? What does it do? I don't get it. So this seems like it's the water god again. The god for the water. I don't know. Well, let's see. He's got dragon breath, giant balls, And he's heavy as shit. Well, Job said, I know that you can do all things, and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted. Who is this that hides counsel without knowledge? Therefore, I have declared that which I did not understand, things too wonderful for me, which I did not know. Here, and I'm going to tell you, I will ask you, and I will ask you and do. I will ask you, and you will instruct me. I have heard of you by hearing of the ear, but now my eyes see you. Therefore, I retract, and I repent in the dust and ashes. And it came about after the Lord had spoken all this to Job, that the Lord said to Eliphaz, my wrath is kindled against you and against your two friends, because you have spoken of me. Okay, so I'm going to kill you three, because you guys are dumb. Now, take for yourselves 7 bulls, 7 rams, and go to Job and offer offerings for yourselves, and Job will pray for you, for I will accept him, so that I may not do with you according to your folly. Okay, so go sacrifice and make Job do it, because I can't with y'all right now. I just can't, okay? You guys are dumb. So, Bildad and so far went and did as the Lord told him. And the Lord restored the fortune of Job when he prayed for his friends, and the Lord increased all that Job had. Then all his brothers and sisters and all who had known him came to him, and they ate bread with him in his house, and they consoled and comforted him for everything he went through. And each one gave him 1 piece of money and a ring of gold. And the Lord blessed the latter days of Job. He had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 pairs of ox, and 1,000 female donkeys. And he had 7 more sons and 3 daughters, and named the first Gemini. Okay. So, all the land, no women were found so fair as Job's daughters, and their father gave them an inheritance among their brothers. And Job lived 140 years. He saw 4 generations, and he died an old man full of days. Yay! We finished another fucking book. How awesome is that? Yay! We finished another book. I'm so fucking excited about that. I don't know what the next book is. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, we're still on Psalms. but we're going to the book after Psalms, right? And what book is that? Okay. It's after Proverbs, because we read those. Oh, the Song of Solomon's, Ecclesiastes. We've read these two books. So, we're on the book of Isaiah. Okay. I don't think I've ever read the book Isaiah. These next books coming up, I have never read. I've never read them. Well, I've never made it past Job. Job is the farthest I've got. So from this point forward, I have no fucking idea what is about to happen. But I do know that I can't wait to read Ezekiel. I know, and I think that is one of the books coming up. Hold on. Oh my god, how many chapters? Oh, this is gonna take such a long time. Oh man, so we're gonna get a full fucking story. How awesome is that? Okay. So, there's 66 chapters in Isaiah. Man. I got another bookmark. I have no idea where all my bookmarks keep going. So, there's 66 chapters of Isaiah. And tomorrow night, we get to start it. And we finished the book of Malachi. So, I'm going to look up maybe not tonight. Oh, I might look it up tonight. And then there might be a surprise. I might have actually found the missing books of the Bible. So I can read those. Well, I guess they're not really missing, are they? Because people know they exist. And there is another Bible that has them in it, but I don't exactly know what it's called. The guy did comment on my bitchute. He named the book. Alright, well, I guess that's where I'm going to go to find these missing books. He said, read Tobias. So he would like me to read Tobias. I guess I'm reading Tobias. So I think that's it. I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching. I love you and have the greatest day ever. Take your fucking pills.